Hello. Thank you again for joining me on this journey in low-carb cocktails. Sometimes the cocktails are made with things that are easy to make as low-carb by just buying diet soda pop, for instance. Rum and Coke, for instance. If it's in a rum and Diet Coke, then it's low-carb. The problem with rums, though, is that there's not a lot of regulation around it, so good rums will be without sugar, but some rums add sugar, some rums add a lot of sugar. So you have to be careful of that. You need to know what you're getting and try to get rums that are not high in sugar, and hopefully ones that don't add any sugar. They don't really advertise that, but if you check with a couple of guys who do a rum channel, they tend to talk about that a little bit. That's on Just Drinking After Hours, and they have a YouTube channel, they have a Facebook page, and they try to look into some of those things, but for the most part, they'll admit that most rums don't tell you what's in it as far as sugars, added sugars. So that's something that we need to be careful of, especially as I explained before. I'm diabetic. I'm also overweight, so I need to lose weight. So trying to use things that have lower sugars is ideal. So I found this recipe, and this is actually called a SEÑOR root beer. It's actually a tequila drink, and I tried this, and it was really good. But I thought, what would it taste like if I made it with a particular rum? The recommendation on here with the tequila is that you use a gold margarita or a gold tequila, and what I did was I made this with if I pronounce this right, Espolon Tequila. It's a Reposado tequila, and it tasted really good. But I'm going to make it with Bombarda. This says it's a dark rum, but it's got a golden finish to it, so I'll use that. And I'm going to taste the difference between the two. So I already know that the tequila version is very good, very tasty, and it's fairly simple to make. And you don't even need a shaker for this. You just do it in your glass. So I already put the ice in there, and basically the first thing you put in there is the tequila. It's supposed to be 2 ounces of tequila, but I'm doing half of a drink in each case. So I will do 1 ounce of tequila in this version. Then it's for the full recipe, it's 1 ounce of lime juice, so half an ounce of lime juice for half a recipe. And then the root beer, and it calls for 12 ounces of root beer, which would be a 12-ounce can, and I had these 16.9-ounce bottles. So what I did was I just drank a little bit off the top, poured it out and drank it, and then I split the remaining approximately 12 ounces in these 2 bottles. So that will be, this is half of a recipe, and it fills the glass. It's supposed to go into a larger glass. And again, I know this is very good, but I'm going to now make the same drink with some rum, because rum with lime is pretty good. So 1 ounce of Bombarda Culverin is this one, and the difference between their different rums is the difference between they have several different ones, and they're how much they've been rested or aged, as well as specifics of which rums go in it. But this is a pretty good rum company, and they make these look like cannons. So when you're done, you can you can mount that as a cannon if you so choose. Again, with half the recipe, so half of an ounce of lime juice. And get lime juice that does not have sugar added to it. And then the other 6 ounces. And that foamed up a little bit more. I think that the reason this foamed up more was that the first one must have been the bottle that I had poured this bottle into that bottle, so it had already foamed up. So you'll have to let that settle down a little bit. And I want to taste. I know that with the tequila, it's got a really good taste. Now the recipe does call for a lime wedge. I'm not going to bother with that. And optional salted rim. And I'm not going to bother with that either. But the tequila version and the rum version of SEÑOR root beer. Yeah, the tequila version is definitely very good. Now for the rum version. Different taste. This is actually smoother. It's pretty good. I think the tequila version is better just because that tequila taste in that drink, I think, is what's supposed to be in there. But this rum version is pretty good too. So there you go. Some people don't like tequila. This can be made with rum, a relatively smooth golden type rum, and it'll taste really good. Both of these were made with A&W zero sugar, so there's no sugar in that. There's no sugar in the lime juice, and hopefully no sugar in Bombarda rum. I'm not absolutely sure, but I think that's little or no sugar, and the tequila shouldn't have sugar added to it. So these should be low to no carb, but this is a very good drink and something you may want to try. Like and subscribe, comment, let me know what you think. If you try this, if you think that it's good or have reason that you don't like it, let me know. But again, that full recipe, in case you're trying to make this the full amount, although the amount that's in this glass is plenty enough, but it's a 12-ounce bottle of root beer, 2 ounces of tequila, or and gold tequila is what they recommend, but the golden rum is another option if you want to try that. 1 ounce of lime, lime wedge for a garnish, and an optional salted rim. And again, thank you for being with me, and I hope that you like this video. Definitely like and subscribe. I'd like to see a lot of people join so we can grow together and grow this channel and grow with what we want to accomplish and learn and find out about how to make drinks that are lower in sugar and better for you in general, especially if you're a diabetic or looking to decrease your caloric intake for whatever reason. Thank you, God bless, and have a good day.